So I think the top 2 to 3 things that kill business. Number one is we need too much stimulation. And so what happens is we don't do the boring stuff again and again. We want to do the crazy, flamboyant, off the wall, huge imagination oriented stuff because we need stimulation. The human being is too smart. And so what we do is we tend to sabotage our success because we're not willing to do the same thing again and again. And so if you look at a franchise like McDonald's as an example, think of a person working at McDonald's. They've got no creative freedom at all. You arrive in the morning, you sell hamburgers and ice creams and chips all day, every single day. But the essence and the success of that business is duplication, being able to duplicate that model again and again and again. And if you can do that, therein lies your success. So in business, we tend to want to become too creative. We want to do things that actually do not matter. And like you just said, rather do one thing 4,000 times than do 400 or 500 things once or twice, because you never master it. Yeah. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to be doing the same thing again and again and again and again, but not actually getting into the state of mastery. In other words, you never reverse engineering how to do it properly, because practice does not make perfect. What does practice make? No, what now? I didn't allow you to answer that practice makes, because everyone will say perfect. But if you're practicing something imperfectly, how can it become perfect? You just get really, really good at doing it wrong. So what I find with most business owners is that outside of the monotony of the basic normal stuff, is we tend to have this insane ideology that I'm on the right path, I'm doing it right. It's just not working for me properly. Instead of saying, okay, so why isn't it working for me properly? And so people will just, go to work, come back, and they'll just do the same thing again and again, but never ever change it. So we get bored with the things that are the same every day, and then we get flamboyantly, out of ourselves, and then we move away from our core thing, which is ultimately what? Finding customers, servicing customers, and trying to keep them in that fold. And that's why I got you to read that book, because it changes the way you think. It's one of these, it completely revolutionized my thinking in the way I do business. Has it had the same effect for you? Yeah. So one book can change everything, but you've got to be able to apply the principles. And the third thing that I'm noticing that businesses are doing is we are administrating our clients to death. Like Nico wants to send everybody an email. Like we're going to have a staff party. He wants to send out an email to talk about the party and what's going to be. Now, why the hell are you sending an email? Where's the human touch? Why are we emailing people? I'm in a dealership yesterday and I'm looking at buying an M5. I want to change the M4, get a new car. And the sales guy says, give me your email address and I'll send you a quote. Now, I'm at the dealership. I'm there at the coalface. Give me a quote now. And he's saying to me, just give me your email address and I will send you a quote. Yeah. I'm right there. Yeah. You should be closing the deal.
You said, can we do it right here, right now?
Yeah, let's do it now.
One of that 3% that wants to buy now.
Correct. I am the guy that walks in and I make a decision. I make a decision, I make it happen. I don't have to think about too much. Because I actually subconsciously, I'm in the decision-making mode all the time, so that when it's decision time, boom, I'm ready. I make my decision here and now and I do it now. I'm the guy that walks in and buys what I want. I'm not impulsive. I've actually been thinking about it for months. I just didn't act on it. I didn't go in and get 100 quotes. So I'm thinking it's time, boom, and then when I'm ready, I'm ready. But some people are administrating their businesses to death. If you look at the layers and paperwork, we're supposed to be in a paperless environment. Remember they said the computer's going to take away paper work. And my staff will buy printer cartridges like it's going out of fashion to print shit that they don't need to print. And then we sit and send emails backwards and forwards. I've got a company in America right now. They're trying to do a deal with me, and I've probably received 100 emails from them. They've never picked up the phone once just to phone me. It's email. Now, I understand the concept of wanting to keep a paper trail and being able to have everything in writing and so forth, but there still needs to be a little bit of personality, a little bit of latitude that you can give, a little bit of give and take. Yeah, some interaction, good old-fashioned communication where we can formulate a decision, an opinion, a liking towards... and build a relationship.
You cannot have a relationship with your client on WhatsApp.
Exactly.
It just doesn't work.
It doesn't work. And even, I use WhatsApp groups all the time because it's just convenient, but I have a habit, I formulate a habit of every single day that I'm in the car, I want to phone someone. So even if it's from home to here, which only takes me 5 minutes, I want to be able to phone someone and just have a chat. How's it going? How's the family? And this is what I find. People want to go back to business all the time. They always want to steer it back to the business. Oh, you know, the business. And I'm going, forget the business. How's things, how's other things? Because we've lost that beautiful aspect of our lives where we actually just communicate with people, make eye contact with people, have some empathy, listen to people, because we all want to be heard. And the more it's this email, this, like you were saying, it's just we process and work hard. It's not going to get us any closer to our end game goal, which is what? What is our end game goal?
New clients, existing clients.
No, outside of business, what's our end game goal?
To have a nice life.
To
achieve those goals, to have a nice home, to be able to go on holiday, that.
Yes, to have a great life, to be happy, to be properly happy to the core. Well, you're not saying I'm happy. Oh, how are you? Like my older brother, he'd say to me, I'm broke, but I'm happy. Then I'd say to him, well, maybe you should send an email to your face. Tell your face that you are happy. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm broke, but I'm happy. And I said, thinking, you're not happy. Do you have that beautiful joy? And when you get home, can you turn off the business engine and just love your kids and have that quality time where you're not thinking productivity all the time? Because that's me. My nature is productivity. My nature is work hard. I'm the guy that sits with a laptop and 12 o'clock at night I'm still working. I can be that guy. I was that guy. But you get to a point, maybe it's when I hit 50, I just said, what the hell am I doing? I'm just working hard all the time. I should be working smarter than this. Instead of just work. You know the drill. So that connection, that personal connection, I find that we seem to be drifting further away from it in business because we've become transactional. Everything's a transaction. You look at a guy and a girl meeting each other, subconsciously there's actually a transaction taking place. We're looking at that other person, asking ourselves, what are we going to get out of this exchange? Is that transaction? It's a pretty girl, she can be high maintenance. Is she going to be full of shit? Is she going to be wonderful? Will she be a great wife? Will she, you're not thinking, will she be a great mom? You're not thinking that consciously, but down the back somewhere, if a kid is important to you, you're going to be assessing this person going, is this going to be a good mom? Is this going to be a great wife? As a life partner? And so we're asking these questions. It's transactional. So everything seems to be transactional. We're losing touch with the beauty, the essence of life. And I said to Nico, stop sending emails.
Yeah,
just
email.
I
don't even like these WhatsApp group things anymore.
No, they drive you crazy.
Because once you give a client or anybody a gap on that thing, it like almost starts to take over your life.
It does.
No, seriously.
Okay, so how many of you got more than one WhatsApp group?
Oh.
I got three.
No.
So I got
You got three.
and then I got obviously with my family. That's only two. So my kids, because obviously I don't stay with my kids. So we do this. We got to do me a solid group, and then the grannies and that. And then that stuff, just general stuff. But I made a rule. No, I don't want to. Okay, the club CEO, I don't want to.
Now you got one club CEO.
You must have.
I've got 9 current running club CEOs. Plus, we've had probably, I'd say 40, maybe 45 club CEOs before the current active 9 club CEOs. And they're all asking questions and chatting and bits and pieces, all along the way. How scary is that?
Yeah.
But
Just
I think
too
like
many.
you were saying, from the self-employed thing